I'm Superantonio. And we're live. Greetings, friends. Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Super Bad Honor live commentary and playthrough in Red Dead Redemption 2. Happy Friday, everyone. I hope you had a good week. We made it to the weekend once again. And I'm happy to share a little bit of your time with you. Channel moderator Miko Herptile says, hello, Superantonio, Sadie, mods, and everyone. Greetings, Miko. Glad you're here, friend. Got my green tea, but it's still steeping. I actually forgot that we were doing this. And I was watching Reacher season 3. I watched season 2 last night. All day and last night. So I binged the whole season because I didn't remember what happened. And even though each season seems to be independent of each one, you know, I like to know what happened before. So I was watching Reacher, and I have Second Amendment related questions for the veterans in the chat that aren't here now, but we'll ask later. Raynav Nand says, I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2 right now. Greetings, Raynav, and I'm glad you are. This is a silver tie. No, we have a silver tie, silver pocket square, black shirt, black jacket, silver watch with a black face. It's a Seiko Flightmaster. Yes, we're all coordinated. Can't really see the pocket square because the mic's in the way.
Sir,
what's that about? But I like it. I like the look. I like the little bit of the little flash of color on the lapel or on the breast.
I will of course pay you handsomely for your troubles.
Okay.
My family have turned quite mad and are
Tonight we're going to deal with Leviticus Cornwall and Penelope Braithwaite.
Absolute moral depravity, utter debauchery, and perpetual
Miko says, "Hey Raynab,
disgrace them enough. I must escape.
How's your week,
Yet I am
Miko?
kept prisoner
Did you get
here.
your eggs?
Can you help?
Are you okay on
Most days
eggs
I am
now?
to be found at the cabins on the plantation.
There, now
The
you can
main
see the
house
pocket
and all
square.
it stood for are thankfully no more. Yours faithfully,
Also note the pocket
Penelope
square and
Braithwaite.
the tie clip are exactly level. I didn't do that on purpose. It's just nice. I like to put the tie square or the tie clip lower if I'm just wearing it, but I have to wear it higher up for the stream, and I think I'll start doing that now because I like the look. I got a whole bunch of pocket squares in every color of the rainbow. Most of them I'm not going to match. They were like $14.99 for 30. But I got a white one, which I wanted, a red one, and the silver. Really, that was all I was looking for. But we've got pink and purple and green and lavender and all these colors, yellow that I don't care about, but we might be able to work something out. Mama One is here. Mama One and Papa One. Everybody say hi to Mama One and Papa One. Papa One, I have a excuse me, a shooty bang question for you. So glad you're here early. Okay, but so I've been watching Reacher, all right, on Amazon Prime, and I noticed he does something when he's in a firefight. And he runs out of ammo, and he doesn't have any like extra clips or anything. So he'll like go up to somebody and disarm him, and then cancel him with his own shooty bang. Okay, but then he will like inspect it. He'll do like a quick field inspection, but during it, he will like flip it like this and look right here. Like, is he looking at the chamber? What is he doing? He did that with an automatic. Looked like a Glock, and then he did it again with like an AR-15 or something, But he only does he only does it with like shooty bangs that are not his, that he like picks up. And then I remember John Wick does the same thing, but he does it faster, where he just like flips it kind of upside down to look at something over here. And so yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Raynap says, I just discovered that rattlesnakes live in the heartlands. You can find them, yeah, you can find them there. I prefer Snake Island, of course, and up north, a little bit before Cougar Country, you can find a lot of rattlers there. Papa One says, we need to get you some red and gold for the Marine Corps support, Super Antonio. Well, the red tie I always wear with a gold tie clip, and I always wear the gold watch. Maybe I'll wear that tomorrow night. Because red and gold, that just seems like a great combo. You know, it's like red and silver. Doesn't really work. Yeah, I've been watching Reacher and True Blood. What's that about? So,
that ain't happening. Well, something's gotta happen.
Season 3, I'm about, I think, like a third of the way through. I'm enjoying it. I always like Reacher. Anyways, we're here to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2, I think. Raynap says, I hate it when bounty hunters shoot my horse. Yes, I do as well. You've got to load up on health tonics on your horse if you're going to take him into battle. Usually I'll jump off so the horse will... I don't like taking the horse into harm's way. Note, Dutch's double watch chain. I really like that. Miko says, Sadie is on her way to Dreamland. Yeah, I took her on an extra long walk, and she can't hardly hold her eyes open. That was cute.
He is the reason that Hosea got killed. His sugar business is destroying the people of Guarma. This town, Arthur, it's his.
Did everyone have a good week? Also, I saw a movie called Smile 2. I think you mentioned that you saw it over the summer, Mama One. Did you see Smile 2, or was that Terrifier? But I can recommend Smile and Smile Part 2. I think I might make a video on it because I enjoyed it so much. Watched it twice. Raynap says, when I was living in Fiji yesterday, a flood happened. And I saw 3 horses and the faces were eaten. That's horrible. That's horrifying, Raynap. Very sorry for you.
It will. A deal, some noise, and then we're gone.
Now we're going to deal with Leviticus Cornwall. I made a short out of this because and we entitled the stream "A Criminal's Grasp of Sophistry." Everyone was way more literate in 1899.
Arthur, you're going to blow our cover.
Sophistry basically means false equivalencies, false arguments. Especially with the intention to deceive. Oh, and Malvina, I got a short on that. Maybe I'll put it up next week, or tomorrow, or tomorrow night. Malvina means smooth brow. It's Gaelic. It's a feminine name. Oh, interesting. Papa One says he is checking to make sure the weapon did not jam. We are trained when taking an enemy weapon to always make sure the weapon is chambered correctly. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, okay. John Wick does it as well. I've seen him do it, but he'll do just like a really quick one with John Wick, and with Reacher, it was very deliberate. Deliberate enough that you know, like the filmmakers were making a point to show this. So I guess it was but yeah, it's just the authenticity.
Mr. Ross, we have work to do. Mr. Dinsbury.
Raynov, I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about something pleasant.
About strikes. I bought into this mine because of mismanagement, and I intend to make it a success no matter what the cost.
It's the wages. Folk feel that you...
Feel? Business doesn't give
two figs about feelings, sir, not
I've
two figs.
said it
It's a
before that
nonsense that will bring a plague on both our
Dutch
houses, sir.
and Leviticus Cornwall are opposites, two sides of the same coin.
What do you want, sir?
I believe that Dutch envies
Will be your undoing,
Leviticus
sir.
Cornwall more so than Colm. It's like once Leviticus Cornwall gets on his radar, he just
Poor fellow you are talking to.
he just envies and covets his power and wealth,
And you robbed him. Funny
but
world.
can't figure out a way
Criminals
to
grasp
get
of
to that
sophistry,
stage.
sir. I did no such thing.
You killed.
Papa One says sometimes when you take a weapon from an enemy and cancel them with it, it can cause a shift in the rounds, which can cause a jam. Oftentimes you would chamber a new round after picking up a weapon, even if you just canceled a weapon with it. I guess that's what they're doing. But yeah, I noticed that. Then I remembered John Wick. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Well, if you watch Reacher, which I highly recommend, if you're not watching it already, you can see him do that.
Good. I prefer it this way.
You lost your man. Noise, Arthur. Noise.
Mom One says Dutch kind of speaks the truth about Cornwall.
What the hell
He does.
have you done, Dutch?
He does, but Dutch understands Cornwall, but he wants to beat him. Resents him and envies him in equal measures.
Come on. Mike is going after those papers. Let's find him and get out of here.
I thought about canceling that civilian Bad Honor playthrough, but I didn't. We're doing quite fine on the money situation. In the game, at least, the market took a little bit of a beating from the tariffs, but it's good. It'll be good in the long run, and bad week isn't going to hurt any. Bad week can easily become a good week. I love Warren Buffett's advice. He likes to buy when people are afraid, and sell. No, how's it go? I can't remember how it goes. It's like sell when people are greedy, and buy when they are afraid. Something like that. I have to look it up, and I can't be bothered right now. Sadie moved to her crate. Anyways, yeah. So anytime the market takes a dip or a beating, it's a good time. It's like you have to consider that all your holdings are on sale, and just buy some more.
We had enough heat on us before. Now we're gonna be torched.
Mama One says, "Are we going to do a train robbery to get John some money?" We can. I forgot about it.
Trust you. You sure you got the
We won't get that much money, but actually, do we do a train robbery? Yeah, we do rob the train in this one, Penelope Braithwaite's train. Because we're going to go see her after this, and we found a vortex. I made a short out of it.
We got what we came for.
It was pretty funny.
Follow me. This way.
Raynaf said he has a budgie parakeet named Pablo. And Papa One says, one of my favorite Micah moments is when he gets attacked by that guard but quickly pulls his pistol. Shows how great of a gunslinger he actually is. Well, he can back it up. He's ambitious. Took out Hosea, or he arranged for Hosea to be taken out. And he moved himself into Dutch's number 2. Then he replaced the gang members with Cleet and the other one. Can't remember his name. I'm going to call him Titus. Okay, Raynav, thanks for checking in. Appreciate you have a great weekend. He seems young. Pop One says, Micah is a snake. As Arthur says it himself, he will stab you in the back. I've met the type hundreds of times. Yeah, we just shot him in the back. Trying to give him a little hot foot action. There's one more that I didn't realize. We got to get that guy before we can move on to the cutscene. And there he is.
We can take the horses from that coach.
Flat cap.
Let's go.
3 Hungarians. Have you ever seen 3 Hungarians hitched to a wagon? Well, you do this time. A stagecoach. That's one classy stagecoach. And I don't believe we can choose which one we get. We always get the chestnut, flaxen chestnut. And I don't think we can keep it. It's relatively easy to... Those horses are fine. They just tripped. Pop One says, my squad in Nam always made sure we had a trusted guide to cover the rear. Let the snakes take point, as if they get attacked, at least it's not a good guy. We never let Kid Carson's scouts cover the rear.
They're trying to cut us off again.
That makes sense.
Lose them through the river.
What doesn't make sense is we're leading these guys back to camp.
Look out, fellas. They're still coming. Shoot the bastard.
Dutch's plan is to steal a boat, go to New York, hide in New York, and then off to Fiji or Guarma or Tahiti or New Guinea. We mentioned New Guinea, cannibals in New Guinea, so I'm glad they didn't go there.
Whoa. We all okay?
Interesting social call. Oh, don't play dumb and superior at the same time, Morgan. We all knew, sooner or later, Cornwall had to go.
Let me see them papers.
It's more attention we don't need.
Micah's
Feels like the
fully
whole
in
world's
charge now.
closing in on us. Dutch, it won't be long before they find where we're hiding out now. Especially as we ain't exactly hiding out.
We just need a distraction. Buy us some time.
Interesting. It looks, Arthur looks way better in the flat cap than John. That's surprising. Or maybe I just don't like the flat cap on John. And it's not very Western.
And they're also moving dynamite down.
Mama One says, how come Micah got the pretty piebald?
the
Yes,
Emperor
indeed.
Mines to Saint Denis to resell.
He got there first.
And there's bonds at his oil factory. Maybe there's a way to get them off our back and get the money that we need. Micah, you look into this dynamite. Take Bill, I guess. Arthur, you go too. We are gonna need a lot of it. And Micah, we need to talk. Figure out some things.
Of course, boss.
Figure out what?
The plan. Getting out of here. Nothing's changed.
It hasn't, huh?
There's an old
Yeah,
house
I'm liking
west
how he
of
looks in
Ann Arbor.
that.
Meet
If
me
it was
there
a
when you
different
can,
kind of...
Mike Long.
Let's
We had
split
a
up.
different
We'll meet
Arthur,
up back at camp.
but it's not a very Western look, and it's not a very Super Antonio look. But I think I'd like one of those in real life, except perhaps not as ratty as that one. Every time. Here he is. Here she is.
You all right, girl? Yep.
Now we're doing the long, arduous trek to the Braithwaite estate. Took a little while to get there. It's much easier to get turned around up north in Roanoke Ridge. I'm glad everyone's here. I missed you guys. I hope you had a good week. Mom one says, where did Dutch and Micah leave the country and Baylock? The Count and Baylock. Yeah, it's true. They have to go back for them. And Mom one says, ironically, I always use the flat caps. Interesting. But I've noticed that the women tend to dress Arthur way more stylishly than the men do. We used to do Arthur fashion shows, and I noticed that back in the day, back when this game was very popular. They're still on the channel somewhere. I think I have a playlist called Red Dead Wardrobe or Wardrobe Ideas, and it would be there. Mom once says, then again, a horse will always find its way home. However, they don't have a long-term home. There's a mission in Red Dead 1 where John has to rescue horses from a burning barn on McFarlane Ranch. I don't know if you ever find out who burned that barn. And there's a similar scene in The Witcher 3. We can help him. We have dynamite arrows. Regrettably, we don't really destroy the tent, but the impact, the concussion, takes care of him. Flashbang.
Lousy bastards.
Miko says, yes, amazing how the horse knew where to bring Arthur home after he escaped the O'Driscolls. Take me home, boy. Take me home, girl. Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't think the horse would know. Mom once says, I was actually surprised when I first had this encounter. Yeah, if you do it right, if you look in there, it's an ambush. But we don't have time for that. See, we're all turned around. We're heading towards Butcher Creek. Gotta cross that darn river. Pop one says, they learn really fast. I've been brought home drunk by horseback many times. Many, many times. Happy times.
Yep.
Last of Us 3 has been canceled. We will be playing The Last of Us 1 after we finish this playthrough. Oh, I forgot. We did this. I tried to do Bad Honor, and you make less money if you administer some frontier justice, which is what we did. Papa One says there's a video online of an Amish guy getting a DUI. He passed out drunk, but the horse won't stop. And the cop just says the horse knows where to go. Just follow the horse to the guy's house.
Thank you.
Are they allowed to drink?
Central Union Railroad Company.
I would assume they're not.
Maybe you can help me.
Those guys are super strict and devout. They're almost like Muslims that way.
One of my workers has been stealing wages 3 weeks running. I have searched everyone and everywhere 10 times over. Of course, no one is talking. The way they look at me.
What's all this got to do with me?
Oh, I think I need someone a little more neutral, a little more persuasive. And you look like you're and I gotta
Yeah,
watch
stream
the
started a
games.
little late. It's my own
Did you
darn
see what
fault.
you could sniff out?
I was watching
Pay
Reacher.
you for your efforts, of course.
Yeah,
I was watching a little in the afternoon, and then I stopped to take Sadie for her afternoon walk. Then when we got back, I wanted to finish the episode, and then of course it stopped on a cliffhanger, or ended on a cliffhanger, so I had to start the next one to see what would happen. Then all of a sudden it is 3 minutes to 7, and needed to get ready for the live stream.
Thank you. Thank you.
But we made it, and we're here, and I'm glad you guys are here. Papa One says, no, they are not Amish allowed to drink, but I have had many drunken parties with Amish friends, especially one of my closest friends. He left the Amish to live with my dad and us. And he said, he used to say that the Amish aren't supposed to do a lot of things, but then again, God created forgiveness for a reason. That's nice. I understand that. What's that called? Rumspringa? I read that when they turn 18, they're allowed to leave for a year and sow their wild oats and see what the Western world is like, and then make their decision whether they want to come back or stay there. Peter Walsdorf is here and says, I went on a date with my girlfriend, and happy Friday, everyone. Where'd you go, Peter? What did you have? What did you do? Tell us. We're interested. And Miko says, hello, Peter. I usually do this in Chapter 2 when we're desperate for cash. Usually right after we drop off the legendary grizzly pelt at the trappers, on our way to get the Civil War Hardy hat. Papa One says some of the old order Amish don't have that, the Rumspringa, and we used to buy and trade horses with the old order in Ohio and Tennessee. Still do business with several Amish communities. Peter said had a cheeseburger and fries, then went to see a play, Nemo Jr. I don't know that play, but that sounds like a nice night out. Did you dress up?
Oh, what are you doing here?
You need to leave.
Did you look good
Never
for your
come
lady,
back.
Peter? I hope
Now,
you
the
did.
old me, he'd be punching your face.
I have noticed
Well, this ain't the old me, so consider yourself lucky.
Speaking of men's fashion, I've never done this, and I don't think I ever would. But Mom once says the foreman has the survival skills of a fish in the desert. He is not watching his surroundings. Well, he's been doing this for like 7 times. He's gotten lazy. He's gotten soft. But men, in men's fashion, it's like a lot of men are wearing like expensive looking tracksuits. I never wear, I wear workout clothes when I work out, but I try not to go outside in them. And they're not expensive. Like they're not like designer tracksuits. I like Adidas. I wear a lot of Adidas, but these look like super expensive tracksuits, and very expensive sneakers. It's like I'm not a sneakerhead, but I know a lot of sneakerheads, and I know enough to know, like to know and perhaps even appreciate, a limited edition pair of Jordans or whatever. So they'll be wearing those. They'll be all decked out and very, very expensive casual clothing, but and stylish as far as it, if you like that look. But they also have to carry what Jerry Seinfeld called a European carry-all, or it's basically a man bag, and it's not like a, it's basically a purse. It's a crossover thing that, so you can put your phone and your keys and whatever, your wallet in there, because you can't put them in the pants. They'll sag too much. I will wear actual pants personally. I always have. It's like I go out, even to walk the dog, I'm going to wear jeans, a nice pair of shoes, Doc Martens usually, watch, and usually, a t-shirt, a nice t-shirt, a t-shirt that fits well. Used to be wearing the rock and roll t-shirts a lot, but I don't wear those anymore. I've kind of upgraded to this look now, and I think I'm going to wear I'm trying to figure out some kind of dog walking outfit. But so I haven't really figured that out yet, but I want to dress up more outside when we're outside, because I don't like how casual men's fashion has become. I want a little bit of formality. What's that about? Everyone's pretty much just wearing variations on their pajamas. Like even yoga pants, and I love yoga pants on the right person that identifies as female, but they're very comfortable, and they're not, and I don't feel there's any style to them. Love seeing them, but there's more, I just wish people dressed better. And here comes an ambush point. Papa once says, "Get you some cowboy boots. No one in the city will mess with you."
Yep.
No, I'm very lucky about that. Papa one, I walk confidently, and I've got a dog, a medium dog who acts like a big dog, so I don't really have to worry about that. Papa one says, "Wear spurs with it." Me and my dad used to always get angry looks when you walk in a city with spurs.
This what you want? You there? What's your
I was watching True Blood. I'm on season 3, I believe, and the king of Mississippi. He's a horse and equestrian guy. He's like 2,000 years old. The Vampire King, I should say. And he's got a bunch of he's German, or he has been. He was on the German side in World War II, and he had Nazi, or I can't say Nazi. Like he had Nazi werewolves working for him, so he's always had like a werewolf pack with him. But he's an equestrian, So he has silver spurs, and in the canon and the lore of True Blood, the vampires will, get burned by silver. So he uses them when he's fighting. Papa once says, I was going to put my son in a kindergarten, and when I walked in with my boots and spurs, the teacher asked me to take them off, as he hated the sound of them on the floor. Needless to say, my son never went to school there. Isn't there a song that goes something like, I've got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle? Mama once says, were those Pinkertons? Yes, it was a patrol. Or they might have been bounty hunters. They've got a little bit of cash. But we're doing fine on cash. We've got plenty of jewelry. We have 99 gold nuggets and 30 large jewelry bags. So we'll be leaving John at least 10K. In addition to all the jewelry we've collected. The other jewelry, I mean. Miscellaneous silver and platinum belt buckles and rings and earrings and gold teeth. Mom once says, how did you get all those nuggets? We used an exploit, the Fairvale Shanty. It works just like the, at Fairvale Shanty, it works exactly like the short I made at Moonstone Pond. So you go up to Fairvale Shanty in the Grizzlies. You grab the gold nugget in the loot box. You make a save. And then you reload that save. And then you can get another gold nugget. And then you make a save on top of that. Always make the save after you get the gold nugget. And then reload the save. And you'll have infinite gold nuggets. Much faster on a PS5, I am sure. Can't be bothered by these wolves. Everyone's so hostile in Chapter 6. What's that about? Can't we all just get along?
I ain't finished. If I shoot you, I ain't gonna miss. You're gonna...
Yeah, we're not gonna miss either. Interesting. We did the today I did the horse, stealing the horses for eagle flies from the boat that Dutch opportunistically decides he wants and then immediately wrecks. That would have been smart because they were looking for a boat. But I never realized because that you have the option to refuse to help Rains Falls. So I did because it's a Bad Honor playthrough, and I wondered if that's the Chanupa mission, which I kind of wanted to do, but I think we're skipping it this playthrough. Miko says, maybe that's why they're hostile. LOL. Yeah, Miko.
Come on, girl.
Did finally have that fried egg sandwich I was talking about. It's basically the way I make it. It's basically a grilled cheese with a fried egg and tomato and bacon.
Yep.
And I loved it. It was delicious, and someone else loved it too. I used to love grilled cheeses. I think that's the first thing I ever learned how to make, how to cook. And I used to just live on them. Pop one says horses would realistically try to dodge running into things, which is why riders tend to fly off a horse. However, they can just get spooked and crash into anything. Had a horse a few months back get spooked by fireworks and broke through our fence. Well, I don't usually take these horses into harm's way, but it is a bad honor playthrough. I think we can actually technically fast travel to at least Braithwaite Manor, or at least Rose, if not Braithwaite Manor. I know we can fast track to Caligo Hall, but I just thought we would take a nice leisurely ride there. What's the worst that could happen? Wolves, Pinkertons, Lemoyne Raiders. We'll get there, and we need the supplies. Papa One says we had a farmhand who's long passed away, but he was good friends of the family. He spent a lot of his younger years in prison in Louisiana, but he knew how to cook pretty good prison-style food. What's prison-style food? I imagine it's where you have to improvise a lot with the ingredients. Cool Hand Luke, was that in Louisiana? On the chain gang? Sometimes nothing is a real cool hand. Pop one says he would make a grilled cheese sandwiches with the irons you get at a hotel room. He could also make anything with ramen. My dad loved his prison moonshine. That you make with raisins and or any dried fruit that you can get. Yeah, I've seen like Instagram videos, and not TikTok videos, but you know, on YouTube shorts on people making grilled cheeses on hotel irons. Never been that desperate for food. There's always something to eat at a hotel. Just go outside. If you can't find a grilled cheese, I'm sure there's pizza. I guess it depends on the hotel, but yeah, if you've got a craving for I guess you could do that. Papa One says he spent a total of 23 years in prison. He was an awesome person. He had a wild side, but he was fantastic with horses as well. He could fix any horse ailment with basic items. And Raynav is back. Greetings, Raynav. I don't know why. I think that's just the game's way of challenging you. Arthur meant to do that. The game wants you to be good honor. The game wants you to treat everyone nicely, I believe. The game rewards good honor, punishes bad honor, and bounty hunters are part of that. But if you like to shoot things up, bad honor's the way to go. Penelope Braithwaite. She has a cute outfit on, a riding outfit. Raynap named his Blackshire Bojack. I never got into that
You came. You
cartoon.
came.
Well,
You
I don't
finally
really watch
came.
cartoons.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I
you
like
lovely,
this
lovely
is
man.
Calm down, miss.
Oh, come
I
on,
like
let's
that
go. We ain't got a
scarf or
minute
that,
to lose.
you know, that silk
They
on her
killed her.
riding hat,
They killed Miss
and her
Calhoun.
riding top hat.
All she wanted was a
Notice
better
it
lot
matches
for women,
the
and
bow
they
or the
killed
ruffle
her, those pigs.
in her in her blouse.
My cousins probably.
Karen was wearing a variation of this outfit.
You
This is
met
like the
them. They're
for the
animals.
bank
Not
robbery.
even animals.
This is the
Monsters.
fancy lady's
Monsters.
outfit.
If God had lost all his powers of imagination, can you please take me to the train station? Bo'll be waiting.
Bo, why couldn't he come and rescue you?
Well, if they saw me and him together, they'd.
Papa
lynch
once says
him and
this was back in
send
the
me
old
off
days,
to
Super Antonio,
another.
the late
Or maybe
70s,
they'll
early
lynch us
80s.
both. I
His
ain't
name
quite
was
sure.
Old Drag, as
They
he
used to love
always
hanging
chain smoked
folk.
cheap
Where you
Bull
headed?
Durham cigarettes.
Up to Boston.
That's the tobacco they issued you in prison, as if prison isn't bad enough already.
Come on, let's go.
Bull Durham, it's a baseball movie, I think. Around from that same time, I think Kevin Costner's in it.
I'm in your hands. Just get me to Rhodes
I'd look it
Railway
up, but
Station.
I cannot be
Okay,
bothered.
Let's try and get you a train.
Notice that
Waiting at the
Penelope
station.
Braithwaite and all the ladies, when you give a lady a ride, will ride side saddle, which you can't really do without
He goes to there
a
every
saddle,
day
a
he
special
can.
saddle.
Makes up some
I don't
excuse
think.
or other. I said he would see me there one
But
day
I like how
soon,
it
and
looks.
Today he will. God willing.
Well, if he's there, that's true love, all right.
I've hardly seen him since the rally. They watch me so carefully, and he's waited, or so his letters say. Our families won't let us out.
Looks
And all
good,
that
but the
business
physics
with Aunt
aren't right.
Catherine and my cousins.
She would fall right off. Even I know that.
And then Lee Gray and those boys killed. So much bloodshed. You'd think this could
Right
be
now,
the
the
beginning,
devs made
but everyone
the
left
devs
alive.
understand that
They're even
it is
more
a
angry.
Rockstar game,
Maybe anger's a complicated
and the
thing to
audience
let
like
go
that.
of.
Something good has to come out of this awful.
But if it's any
awful
consolation, you're not going to get details like that in GTA 6,
feeling. Oh, and I have to be better.
which was produced
Our
in the
family's
last
been here
4
for
years.
and years.
And,
Sometimes I feel like we can't just leave death and pain and ruination
Things like that are
behind us.
frowned upon these days, regrettably.
Plenty will
Even
again,
now,
But, yeah, as far as it goes,
with the
get out,
current administration trying to
make something
turn
decent of your life.
turn all that
He's
back.
a good man, isn't he? Bo.
There are worse.
He's kind and he's caring and he's strong.
Now we're supposed to go to Saint Denis, and we go in the completely wrong direction.
We're here.
What's that about?
He'll be out at the front. Will you ride on the train with us a little, just to the first stop?
Fine.
Yeah, that makes sense, Mom. One, he'd put her in front. Mom once says you can't, Super Antonio. It takes a firm grip as a passenger, but usually the man would let the lady ride on the saddle. Yeah, Clint Eastwood, but they're actually, you know, on real horses. He always put the lady in front.
Some of them jewels would do just fine.
But cinematically also, you know, because Clint's so tall, you know, it's like then you can get like both their faces in the frame. So I guess it works that way too, now that I think of it.
Thank you. We'll meet you on the platform.
Can I have 3 tickets to Saint Denis, please, sir?
Of course. Oh, hello, sir.
Hello, Alden. I hope
Here's
all's
Alden.
well.
Not terribly, but good to see you.
Excuse me, Alden.
Now these boys can fight.
Here, get on the train. Get your bags, miss. I got this.
Come here, Yankee.
With pleasure, you goddamn fool.
I want to come back here without giving you a whipping. You got lucky last time.
Took a little bit to take care of these.
Get on the train, folks.
But
Go to your woman.
we'll get there.
Fists and maybe
Arthur can
one
do it.
brain between you.
You're gonna get hurt, cowboy.
Get him, Scott. Who wants it now?
Unlike the O'Driscolls, they won't, you know, like they'll only take you on one-on-one. That's helpful.
If that is his real name, it doesn't matter.
And don't forget your hat.
Arthur, come on!
First playthrough, I thought the train would take off without us. Thought this event was timed. Okay, Raynab, I'll see you soon.
Now there's only one here.
There. Take care of that. Let's see if we can do a little loot action. And he has basically nothing. Well, we do need a healthcare. Game really wants us to get on the train. $2 and a platinum pocket watch.
Hello, future.
That's not a bunch of money. I think it's only like $6.
There, son.
I know. Charming to the last. Then again, my uncle used to keep his own half-brother as a slave. So, what do you expect? Good manners?
My uncle used
Papa
to
One
say
says, I really
things
wish
were
you
better
could
the
get
way they
involved
were,
in
when you
bare
could
knuckle
rape,
boxing
kill
as
with
Arthur.
impunity, and he
They
didn't
could
have to
make
work a
bets
day in
and
his
such.
life.
Both of 'em.
And such would have been a far better addition. At least let you break horses in Emerald Ranch, like you could in Red Dead 1 for money. If you ever play The Witcher 3 Papa One, there are bare knuckle events in almost every town
Oh, I think it's my
that you can do with
cousin.
Geralt.
These goddamn cousins.
I think they found out about the jewels.
All right, keep your heads down. I'll deal with this. You. I knew you had some depth.
They're coming from over the hill.
You must have all the jewels in the state. The amount of your cousins is here.
We've got Bolte. Note we have a scope on Bolte now. I like flipping back and forth on scope.
They're above us. On the hill.
More, man. More. Penelope Braithwaite, this ain't about no star-crossed lovers. She's robbed her own
And I really wish our horse wasn't following. Very dangerous, following a train like that.
Look! Behind us! I killed my cousin as soon as she touched the gray.
One of the reasons why I hesitate to do Billy Midnight's mission, because I don't want the horse following.
Check the ridge!
Lost a horse that way.
Don't you sully a Braithwaite!
So now, if I was going to do Billy Midnight's mission now, I would leave the horse in the stable or at home, or whatever camp we're at, and just run to roads.
It's all gonna be alright.
Damn those brutes! Damn those brutes!
Now we have to drive the train.
We're in the clear. Time to start this
Mom
train
once says the
again.
poor horse is yelling, "Wait for me!" Yeah, poor horse doesn't know what's going on. I wish we could tell her to wait.
Hold tight.
Stay, girl.
Take a look up front.
What will you do?
I'll figure it out.
And this is kind of fun. They really got the smooth action of riding on the rails, which is a lot of fun. First person does nothing. Mom once says, just tell the horse to stay. Yeah, we tried. Look at that black smoke billowing out. We really got the smoke physics right. And this herd of bison is always here when you do this. Miko says, yes, trains and horses don't mix. Super dangerous. Especially if you fast travel to a train station to like Riggs or something. Sometimes the game will just, or you know, even if you like, if you just take the train there, the game will just drop the horse right on the tracks. Very sad seeing that saddle icon. Yeah, exactly, Miko. Even if when you ride a train somewhere, there's that small chance your horse can get hit during the cutscene. Exactly. So the only thing to do is make a save right before you get on the train. But these days, I'm happy to lose progress. I don't care. I'll just reload the last available save. And end up in Fairvale Shanty or wherever. Papa One says, yeah, Mama One lost her light gray Shire that way in her first playthrough. The train clipped the horse and the horse was gone. Yeah, very sad to see that saddle icon pop up. But, however, light gray Shires are very abundant in the game and relatively easy to... Well, no, I wouldn't even say relatively easy. Easy to get. Miko says, I don't even fully trust the cinematic view while riding anymore. Yeah, I never really took advantage of cinematic, just because I just enjoyed the action of tapping that X.
Why have we stopped?
It's best you go on.
See, now they're on the other side of the map.
I didn't know you could drive a train.
Neither did I. But if I'm honest, it was kind of fun. And I didn't kill any of us. Well, I killed some of your relatives, but they would have killed all of us.
And note, Arthur gives Arthur will give
Yes, you
Penelope
are.
the
Here, I ain't got
the
much
cattleman.
money, but
He will not give it
these
to
sapphires are worth a
Braithwaite,
lot of money.
even though, and we're going to take this
Family
because
heirloom.
it's bad on our playthrough.
Braithwaite treasure.
The Braithwaite treasure. Yes, we will accept it. They've got plenty of jewelry.
Now, let's get you off to Boston before any more of your relatives show up.
That might be wise.
Hey, you there? Yeah? This couple is heading up north to the Boston line. They got money, they'll pay you on arrival. That work for you?
Mom once says, it depends on the playthrough. Sometimes if I let the horses just go and don't revive for realism, other times I will reload a save. I bond more with some horses over others. Interesting.
Hold on to this until arrival.
See, yeah. See, gives it to Penelope. Like, she knows what to do with it, but
I don't know how to thank
certainly better than Bo.
Fine man,
Bo is a
Just get out of here.
poet.
I'll leave.
Bo is a sensitive young lad. Amazed we got a gold. And this is where we found another or we got a silver. Sorry. I was thinking of today. Horse is fine. Get the horse off the tracks.
Won't take long.
Oh, I do love those piebalds. Then we find a vortex, a wormhole, if you will. Here it comes. Mom once says, I had to get a new horse since my game glitched and I lost my reverse dapple black thoroughbred. When I reloaded the save several times, I couldn't get a male, so I got an iron gray Ardennes instead. Yeah, reloading and exiting. You can manipulate the sexes or the gender very easily that way. Also, it helps just to like completely turn off your game and clear the game cache files. If you're playing on a PS4 or I assume PS5, yeah, see, it drops us back in Horseshoe Overlook. So we got to run back to the horse. What's that about? Can't fast travel. It's interesting you can't fast travel without a horse from a campfire. We're going to try. And the Limpany gold bar is still there, but we're not going to pick it up. So you got it. Mom one says, I'm really loving this Iron Grey Ardennes over the Thoroughbred right now. I also have a Brindle in this playthrough stable alongside a Turcoman and a Perlino Andalusian. That is a fine stable you have set up there. But the Iron Grey Ardennes is a beast. It's a tank. They look great in the snow. They look great up in the mountains. And as a pre-order bonus horse, you know, the devs obviously wanted Arthur to have this horse, and it's an exclusive horse to Arthur. And Nate XDF says, "Hey guys, greetings, Nate. Happy Friday." Mama one says, "Ardennes is perfect for Arthur. I wish he could have had Brown Jack instead of Bill's. I know it's Brown Jack's coat, but he always looks so dirty. Would think Bill could give Brown Jack a brush every now and then." And Miko says, "Hey Nate. What was it going to say? The Ardennes are a little too muscular for my tastes, for Arthur. But, you know, the Hungarians have the right height and size for Arthur. For me, the Hungarians are perfect. Thoroughbred's a little small, but certainly better than Arabian. Mom one says the Thoroughbred or Ardennes is the cannon horse for Arthur. That makes sense. You know, they had the Roman cavalry used Ardennes, but I don't know if you know, they used Ardennes in war all the way through World War I. Then we'll just borrow this, and we shall eliminate the witness.
I'll take that.
Waste an explosive round on you. And I could swear we've done this encounter before. I think it respawned. So we gotta deal with these O'Driscolls. Nate says, I've just watched that movie, There Will Be Blood. Yeah, what a masterpiece. It depicts the early 1898, 1898, just 1 year before Red Dead Redemption 2, I suppose. Yeah, it's a great movie. One that I do not have on Blu-ray. What's that about? Papa One says, in my opinion, as an enforcer, Arthur would ride a strong, fast horse. Even the Shire, as it is tall and imposing, I figure he would spend a lot of money on a horse. Yeah, I agree. I love the size of that Raven Black Shire, and he looks great on it, but it's so ponderously slow. And gentle, at least in my head canon. Very gentle horse. Not really good at hunting or combat. And too slow for a daily driver. And you can't really I mean, you can obviously keep him, but you have to, the game wants you to buy a horse. First playthrough. Either buy one or, get the complimentary horse if you have the deluxe or the ultimate editions. And that's kind of annoying that you can't just swap out and take the take the Raven Black. But you get the grooming brush and the stables open up. You get to spend some quality time with Hosea. You get to complain about Marston. There's our horse. We'll leave the wagon right here. It occurred to me that we could wait for, or even take a train and make it smash into that wagon, and that would have been an interesting short, but we didn't do that. Maybe I should make a note of that. Where's my phone? Timothy, greetings. Has something to say that I will read in a second. I have to write this note, Timothy. Wagon train crash.
Hey there, girl.
There. Timothy says, I think the Dutch Warmblood horse is a good match for Arthur. I prefer the Hungarian, but I understand your logic. And that's about all I have for you tonight, friends. Shout out to the channel members, thank you, and shout out to the mods. Couldn't do it without you. Mama One and Papa One and Miko. And Nate says, what I liked most about that movie, There Will Be Blood, is the second time you watch it, it is a whole new experience, unlike any I've ever watched. That's how you know it's a good movie, when it stays with you. They don't make movies like that anymore, I regret to say. At any rate, that's about all I have for you tonight. Let's bring Sadie back. Let's wake her up for a moment. Then she can actually go to sleep. Thank you, Miko and Mama One and Papa One and everyone in the chat. Really appreciate you being here. We shall return tomorrow night with the LA Noire live stream. I'll leave the stream going for a bit, and you guys can talk amongst yourselves. Thanks again. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon, friends.